All right, so we are at it again. KidPersist class, Wednesday, June 3rd. Let's bow it in. Chinese, Filipino, Thai, Indonesian, French and Dog Brothers, and Japanese. Let's go with our light warm-up here and big arm circles to the front. And backwards. Palms out, medium-sized circles to the front. Excellent. Change directions. All right, and then palms down, we're making small circles. And change directions. Excellent. Take all that tension out of your shoulders, alternating hugs. Let your arms relax. We'll probably do all of our physical warm-ups just a little bit faster because we have a very kind of focused agenda for today's class. Left hand on top of the right. Palm up, stretched out. Hey, Daniel, come on in. We're just getting started here. We're getting warmed up. Switch hands. Nice to see you. Good. So Daniel, I was just saying to Brendan, we'll have a physical component, but today will be just a little bit lighter. I have no problem being honest and transparent with my students. Go palm up, gentlemen. I'm just a little bit tired today, so we're still going to get some work done. But there'll be times when I'll ask you to just come over to the screen and take a look at some things that I'm going to share with you, okay? Shake it out. Very nice. Put your feet together, hands on your knees, knee rotations, one direction. Go the other way. Very good. Feet about shoulder width apart, hip rotations, one direction. Go the other way. Very nice. Let's warm our necks up. So look left and look right. Good. Look up and look down. Good. Alternate touching your temples to your shoulders. Good. Take your right hand, put it on your chin, left hand on your right elbow. Push your head back. Don't go further than is comfortable. We just want to warm the neck up a little bit. Good. Both hands on the back of your head, elbows in, pull your chin to your chest. Okay. Right hand, pull your neck to the right. Left hand, let's pull to the left. Very nice. Open your feet up about shoulder length and just kind of settle into your stance. Hands up. We're going to do just 10 sets of battle punches. Remember, gentlemen, we want perfect form, fist over fist. As you're looking down the barrel, if you will, of your line of attack, it should be the same line. This is wrong, like a piston type, because those are hitting different points in space. It's all about, yeah, that looks pretty good, Daniel. It's all about this line. This line that I'm defining with this stick right here. From the side, it's here. This is my center line. All right, that's the line that I'm attacking on. And a lot of Wing Chun theory has to do with not violating this line by pushing past it or being early and not quite reaching it. So, you know, that it's, and of course, you have this kind of intersecting point if I add my arm as the horizontal line. But it's that point that we're really concerned about. That's our Wing Chun that now both of you are, you know, you're certified in, you've finished it for yellow belt, slap and hit, pull and hit, double slap and hit, punch, inside slap and hit. That's all about center line, dominating center line. And like number 2, when you slap this out of the way and you go to hit me with the backhand attack here and I parry, see, in this moment, I've crossed my center line. I've violated my center line. So this is all about dominating center line, okay? So hands up, gentlemen. We're going to do 10 reps. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we have the variation. Everybody put your left hand in front if you had it, the right hand in front. Okay, give me 1 set. 1. Open your fingers and go to your right. 2. Open your fingers, go back to the center. 3. Open your fingers, go to your left. 4. Open your fingers, go back to center. 5. Open, go to your right. 6. Open, go back to center. 7. Open, go to your left. 8. Open, go to center. 9. Open, go to your right. 10. Open, and 1 more set on center. Nice job. Really good. I don't really have one available to me right now, but it's okay. If we were doing this as a drill, we can kind of do it through the technology. You can use your imaginations. If you had a partner who had focus mitts and you were actually going to strike, let's see, both of you, hands up, put your left hand in front, Give me 1 set. Okay, so imagine you open your fingers and your fingertips are touching the focus mitts. You would go to your right and strike the focus mitts. Good. You would open your fingers and make contact. You would go back to center and do a set. You would open your fingers. Good. You would go to your left, staying attacked. Good. Give me a set over here. Beautiful. Open your fingers and you would go back to center and hit. And then open your fingers. Good job. And I mean, we would do however many reps, you know, we were planning on doing. But that's what that drill looks like when you have a partner with focus mitts available to you. So you're usually out of range, full extension, full extension, full extension. You hit the pads. Then you open your fingers so that you're right there touching the focus mitts, okay? Excuse me, that's typically the procedure. Okay, let's warm up with our game. Okay, you both know it by now. I don't need to go over the rules. So round 1, here we go. Duck, jump, block, block, duck, jump, jump, block, 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 duck, 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 jump, block, and jump. Good, very nice. Okay, round 2. Pardon me, you both know the rules. Okay, here we go. Ready, and block, and block, and duck, and jump, and jump, and duck, and duck, and duck, and duck. Good. And then let's just play a little bit of a faster round 3 here. All right, here we go. Ready, and duck, 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 jump, 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 duck, 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 jump, block, 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 and block. Very nice. Okay. And we're moving right along. Let's go over our World Thai Boxing Association focus mitt drill, which we're going to look at in a few minutes here. We're going to start looking at the way the curriculum is actually broken down. We're going to talk a little bit about ranking. I'm not going to spend the whole hour talking. I know how boring that is, but I do want you to understand why we do things the way that we do them. Okay, respects. Everybody left lead, myself included. We're just going to go right into freelance because I know you all know all the pieces, okay? Jab. Jab. Low right. Left uppercut. And cross. That's it. Good. Bob and weave. Slap cross. Good job. 4 count. Jab cross, slap cross. Nice. 4 count. Jab cross, slap cross. 4 count. Jab cross, slap cross. Good. 4 count. Good. Bob and weave. Slap cross. Bob and weave. Cross, slap cross. Good. Jab. Cross. Low ride. Rear uppercut. Slap and cross. Good. Time. Very nice. Okay. So, for just a few moments, come where you can see your screen. All right. And excuse me real quickly. There we go. Oh, I apologize. On my end, the interface is, it's always a little weird the way it's set up. There's a, I know you're seeing, there we go. All right, the wrong window right now. So real quickly, and this is probably, this is a good time, you know, just to remind you of this. So this is my current student manual here that I use in the city on Roosevelt Island. And, you know, we haven't really gone over this. And again, I'm not going to talk all day long. I'll go over it for a few minutes and then we'll get back to training. But I do think it's good since these classes get recorded and, pardon me, and they get, you know, people can view them, they have access to them. I think it's a good thing that we go over this, okay? So super quick, I know both of you can read. I don't want to treat you like you're not intelligent. You're both very intelligent, but we'll just go through this super quick. Treat everyone involved in your training with respect. This includes your partners, your seniors, your juniors, your instructors, and your instructors' instructors. So everybody at every facet, you know, and you both have rank under me now. So technically anybody who starts with me new, you are their senior. That person is your junior. You have more time and rank over that person. We want to be respectful and treat everybody well regardless. Number 2, tame your ego. Learn from the people who know more than you do. Learn from the people who know just as much and the people who know less. If you're open-minded, everybody has something to teach you, okay? And, you know, when I set my living room up here every week, I'm going to say this in a particular way, and I hope I don't offend either one of you. You know, this is not a shrine. I don't like bow down and pray to these people, but I do like to put the photos out because they're all good memories of like training with my colleagues and my seniors and my juniors and my instructors. Again, the gentleman in the big old poster on the in the middle back there was sort of the gray brown looking poster. His name's Dan Inosanto. We usually call him Guru Dan. Okay, he's in Los Angeles, California. That's Southern California is really where I spent most of my life, and I consider him now my primary martial arts instructor, even though now I live on the other side of the country. I still get, especially when things are reopened, so many hours with him a year. He comes out to New York City, or you know, eventually when it's possible, I'll go out there for conferences and stuff. So we maintain our relationship. The reason I bring him up, he is a very famous martial artist. There was an actor and a martial artist named Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is I don't know if you know who that is. You know, he passed away a long time ago, 1973. He was Guru Dan was Bruce Lee's best friend and training partner. And when Bruce Lee passed away at the age of 32, which might sound old to you two because you're both very young, that's really not that old to pass away, 32. Guru Dan kind of inherited the arts and philosophies of Bruce Lee. And then Guru Dan's also responsible for bringing a lot of martial arts that wouldn't have gotten recognition to the attention of the people in the United States. Here's the last thing I'm going to say, and then we'll move on about him. He's got a black belt or the equivalent of a black belt in almost every system of martial arts that there is. Like, he's a machine. He's in his early 80s now. So we always look to him as the example. He's one of the nicest, most humble men you could ever meet, even though he's a martial arts legend. Like, he doesn't run around, you know, look at me, look at how great I am. He's the opposite, very humble. So we want to tame our ego. We want to retain our humility no matter how much we accomplish in martial arts. You know, I'm in my early 40s. I know that sounds ancient to you guys. I've accomplished a fair amount. None of it means anything if I don't use it to help people, my students, the people that train with me, and so on, to try to improve the world around me. All have to tame our egos. Okay, the training environment should be a place of refuge, no profanity or inappropriate remarks. So when you train, you want, and today is a really good example. There's a lot of unease going on in the world right now. That when we train martial arts, we want a space, even if it's you training in your living room with me, we want a space that's separate from all of that so that we can have a clear head and we don't need to focus on any of our problems or any of the problems in the world. It should be a place of refuge. So we don't curse when we're in class. We don't make inappropriate remarks because we want everybody to feel comfortable. Number 4, leave your life at the door, clear your mind. Do not take out external frustrations on your partners by injuring them and drilling. Take out your frustrations on inanimate training objects. So when we can like heavy bags and so on, when we do have the ability to physically get together, you know, everybody will have a bad day every now and then. We don't want to take out that bad day on our partner. The appropriate thing is, like, if we do have a heavy bag, maybe we hit a little bit harder or we kick a little bit harder and we kind of get those feelings out on the training apparatus. Number 5, remember to salute before class, after a drill is demonstrated, before you feed and receive, and after time is called. When in doubt, salute. So just a little bit on that. And Danny, this will be important when we get back to our live classes. So you know that we tend to, like, we bow in at the beginning and we bow in at the end. what we usually like to do is when the instructor teaches a drill, we'll choose one of those salutations. I usually do the Thai one because it's so fast and easy. And we might just kind of give it takes a half second towards our instructor. And then the instructor, okay, is everybody clear? Okay, try it, get a partner and try it. And then we might give our instructor another little salutation. Then we turn towards our partner. My partner and I might salute and we drill and we run through things. And then the instructor calls time and then we give another little salutation. It only costs us about a half second of energy, and it's a very good habit to get into. We usually try to push this. This might be a little bit formal. Address men as sir and women as ma'am or miss during class. As long as we're not being really informal or calling each other dude or things like that. We don't know how serious about that we have to get. Now this one is a little bit hard because I teach so many different martial arts. For instructor for Chinese martial arts is Sifu. For Southeast Asian martial arts, it's Guru. For Thai boxing, it's Crew. For grappling or Japanese martial arts, it would be Sensei. I tend to usually go by Guru. It's instructor in Southeast Asian. Or if you can't remember any of those, Coach is fine. All right. And in the same way that I imagine you don't call your teachers by their first name, you call them Mr., Miss, or Mrs., or maybe Doctor if they have that title. It's just a little bit of formality. Okay, and then number 8, don't ask when you're testing for rank. Your instructor will tell you when you're ready. Always, and you'll have yours very soon, Brendan. Always wear your belt to class. Okay, so the ranking is a byproduct of consistent training and being clear on what the requirements are. And I know ranking can be a motivation, but it shouldn't be the only thing that you're focused on. So please don't, I keep an eye on you at all times, and I keep an eye on your progress. And usually when I think you're ready to promote, I'll start asking you to show things, and I will take care of you. Okay. Now go to your room, buddy. Okay. So you're all certified now. This is the yellow belt requirements. Tycho, go to your room, sweetie. These are the yellow belt requirements as they're written out. So whenever you see me referring to my notebook, it's a hard copy of this. Okay. So, and they're all organized by different subsections. Right? So Jeet Kune Do, Wing Chun, Inosanto La Costa is Filipino Martial Arts, Savate, Grappling, and so on. All right? And this is a roadmap. This makes sure we get to our destination. The destination that we're trying to get to is proficiency, is the proficiency in the required material to move to the next belt level. Okay. Now I will also say these time increments are my recommendation because I do have some other instructors who use my material. Is this like a law that it must be 3 months minimum going from yellow belt to orange belt? No. If that's an average based on what I've observed over the years. So if you're ready at 2 months and 1 week, I'll probably put an eye on you to make that promotion. The one question I will ask about a general timeline, it's fairly hard to go all the way to junior black belt in about less than 3 years of dedicated training. And frankly, any martial arts instructor that's like, oh yeah, you can get a black belt in a year, that's a little fishy, okay? If you really want to earn a black belt, that means something. Because it's not about me being stingy, or it's not about me holding you back. It's about making sure you have the required level. I've been teaching this curriculum for almost 10 years. I've only had 3 people go all the way to junior black belt. I wish it were more, and hopefully, you know, maybe, you know, one or both of you will be some of the next people to do that. Okay. I'm not saying that as a challenge. I like to make that, I like to be open and honest so that you know what we're talking about. Okay. So let's everybody stand up. Okay. And I'm going to go back and forth between screen sharing with you and full screen. Okay. So now here's where we're going to start training. So Jeet Kune now, so Brendan and Daniel, we're going to jump back and forth like we've been doing, looking at orange belt now for Brendan and looking at green belt now for you, Daniel. So Brendan, you already know this. I've seen you do it a million times, but here it is in writing. ABC, attack by combination, roundhouse kick, sandwich series, 4 through 6. So let's do this. Everybody move back so you have room. Left lead, put your hands up. And let me already start doing a little bit of evaluation, because this is something where I believe you already have competence. Number 1, lead, listen to it first, and then I'll say go. Lead roundhouse kick, overhand, lead roundhouse kick, rear hammer fist, lead uppercut, rear hammer fist, and then another roundhouse kick. Ready, go. Good. And just always remember, everybody, when you throw your uppercut, lean your body down, let that uppercut come off your face, right? That's my only note. Everything else looked really nice, excuse me. So here's my hammer fist. I want to lean down. I want this to come, when I say off my face, I want to lower my face, because remember, this is coming up under the chin. And then here's my hammer fist, as opposed to, now I'll do it wrong. Here's my roundhouse kick, hammer fist, I open, uppercut, hammer fist. So I'm vulnerable in that moment. Let me see one more rep of the same combo with really good form on everything, not just the uppercut, and go. Yeah, nice job. Okay, good, Daniel. Good, both of you, very good. Okay, number 5, roundhouse kick, cross, body slap, head slap, cross, kick. Ready, go. Nice. Excellent job. Number 6, cross, uppercut, uppercut, slap, cross. In between the kicks. One more time. Cross, uppercut, uppercut, slap, cross. In between the kicks. And go. Good. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. So that is, okay, relax. Very nice. So again, just kind of jumping back and forth. So that was ABCs 4 through 6. That's the Jeet Kune Do subsection of the orange belt requirements. So now, Daniel, let's look at, I'll go with Jeet Kune Do, and then I'm going to jump around because we have done most of this. You've gotten to at least see most of this except for some of the bottom stuff. So we're going to get to that. Okay. So green belt Jeet Kune Do is the fake series. Everything leads to roundhouse kick, sandwich series, ABC number 1, right? Roundhouse kick, cross slap, cross, roundhouse kick. So high finger jab, low to high, low, high, fake your cross, fake the rear kick. And today I'm just trying to supplement this, not only verbally, but showing you how it's laid out in the manual. So I'm going to call it. Make sure you have room. And let's do it in the air, and let's make sure we that I can see it. Okay, so number one, fake your high BUG, your high finger jab. Or frankly, I mean, you could even, well, let's stick with the BG. That's fine. With your left hand into the combination and go. You know, okay, a little bit, that's all right. A little bit more instruction. So everything is going to lead to kick, cross, slap, cross, kick. It's ABC number one. For this series, it's a green belt requirement. We have 5 different ways that we're going to fake into that combination. So number one is the high finger jab, right? I have no intention of scoring with that high finger jab. I just want people kind of reacting on the high line so that I can move in and kick them on the low line. So number one, again, is, yeah, that looks pretty good, Daniel. Here's my fake high, kick, and then cross, slap, cross, kick is always going to be the follow-up. Okay, so let's try that together again in the air. Ready, go. Nice. Fantastic. Okay, move back again. Give yourself room. So number two, the only thing that changes is I'm going low to high fake into the same combination. So let me take a look at that. Ready and go. Nice. Very good. Number three, I'm going to go with high, low, high. High, low, high. Fake into the combination. Let me see it. Go. Nice job. Move back again. That looks sharp. Okay. Number four, and there's only 2 more of these. Yeah, you got it, Daniel. Fake your cross. You're not really, so it's not going to go to full extension. You just kind of want to indicate it. Yeah, because you want them thinking that they have to defend against the cross on the high line, and then that opens them for the kick on the low line. So whenever you're ready, let me see that. Fake your cross into the combo. Number 4. Very good. And you don't have to do it this way, but you know what works really well for this series is, if you both remember slide step, right? You remember slide from your footwork, slide step. Well, when you pendulum, you do slide kick. So see how from like neutral stance, there's no telegraphing. It's just there, like I move in. So what works really well here is like, here's my fake, and then I move into that combination. Or the last one, here's my fake, and I move into that combination. Okay, number 5. Good, good, good. Number 5, fake your rear roundhouse kick into the combination. Let me see this one. Nice job. Good. And on that one, you can, because this Thai style kick that so many people are used to seeing, it's so popular today. When this happens, no matter what I do with my hands, there's some different options of what you can do with your hands. That foot has to come up off the floor, because it's gonna like pivot, boom, into your left shin. So for this one, you can really lift it and then just kind of hop into that lead kick. Okay, very nice. Relax for a second. Okay, so let's go back and all right, so Brendan, we're looking at this for you. Daniel, you're certified on this, but let's make sure that everybody's clear, okay? Kick stance and box stance. So when I do my kick stance, this is quite literally what it could look like when you, and this is what it looked like for Daniel, okay? Is like Whenever your orange belt test comes up, Brendan, I'll say, okay, we're moving on to Thai boxing. Let me see your kick stance. Kick stance, remember, that's this one. More full front, like my sternum is facing forward. My hands are up. My left hand is slightly in front of my right hand. The visual that I always give you all is if I was holding two bladed weapons point down, the business end of the blades would be pointed at my opponent. That's what the president of the Thai Boxing Association, that's the way he always teaches it. So it's here. Don't flare your elbows. Elbows relaxed and in at your sides. And then I want to be, see where I'm at? I want to be up off my rear heel. I know right now the shot's not wide enough. I'm looking forward to, they're reopening some businesses very soon here in New York City, so I'd like to just buy a better, wider webcam. This way you all can see a little bit better for these classes. But that, what I just kind of showed you, that combination is what we're looking for. So, you know, here's the upper body. Your sternum is still really facing full front, chin tucked down. Hands are supposed to be up at eyebrow level. And I know it's off out of the frame, but I'm up off my rear heel. So, you know, it's your, whenever we get to it, I'm sure it won't be super long, Brendan, and you're doing your orange belt test, go, okay, we just finished up Jeet Kune Do, that looked really good. Now we're in Thai boxing. Let me see your kick stance. Boom. That's all you got to do. And hold it. And just let me see that you know that, okay? And once again, I know it's a little hard to see. Right hand is closer than your left hand. Left hand is further away. For a long time in this curriculum, the hands were even, but the last 5 years, they're staggered, okay? And I try to stick with the current way that he's teaching things, even though sometimes that's hard for me because I've been Thai boxing for 16, 17 years now, and with this particular organization for 15 years. And sometimes when he makes a change, it's hard for everybody. Okay, that was kick stance versus box stance. Here. So see, my hands are in line, and see, I'm getting more, so my shoulder is leading, my left side is in front. On the low line, it's more like my feet, my rear toes are kind of lined up-ish with my lead heel. It's more in line. I know it's a little hard, it's more in line, whereas the kick stance, it's more open because I'm full front. Here, see how my rear foot is like hidden behind the lead foot? When it comes to the box stance or boxing stance, everything is in line. So because kick stance is kicking range. They're further away. This is the static kick stance where we learn it. Later you'll learn the mobile, the actual fighting, the mobile kick stance. And that's where, like, you know, I start at one corner of the ring, I bow to my opponent, and we're far away. And I move in and I evaluate, like, when the right time is. So my structure is a little bit more open. By the time we get inside kicking range, now it's boxing range, or we're going to get into elbows soon. Everything's got to be a little tighter, okay? So, you know, when you're testing orange belt, Brendan, okay, Brendan, we're in Thai boxing. Show me your kick stance. Boom. You hold it. I'll probably just kind of look. Okay, looks good. All right, transition, show me your box stance. Boom. And you hold it, and I'll check it out. So those are very easy things to demo when you know them. Okay, so TBA, all right, and while I'm here, I might as well, because this is my Google Drive, I might as well change this. You'll hear me sometimes, everybody, I'll say Thai Boxing Association. That was the name of the organization for a really long time. And then a few years ago, it became World Thai Boxing Association. So I'm very used to saying TBA. I'm not sometimes as used to saying World Thai, WTBA, but it's the same organization. Anyways, there is method to my madness. The WTBA Focus Mitt series, you both already know it. That's the one that we did earlier with the jab, the cross, the 4 count, the bob and weave to 2 punches, the bob and weave to 3 punches, the low ride to 3 punches, and then the low ride to 2 punches. So you already know that. WTBA 4 counts on Thai pads. Now here, and Brendan, you have a good martial arts background, so that's going to help you. These are Thai pads. In fact, these are my Thai pads. They're very old. They're about 15 years old. They, some of the pieces are like on the outsides are coming off. They're still in very good shape. I probably should replace them, but they're like my babies. I don't want to replace them, even though they're old. When you kick Thai pads, we've talked about this before. I've told you both my trick question, right? Thai style kicking is the baseball bat. Your entire body swings. You're swinging your entire leg through the motion. Jeet Kune Do and Savate style kicking is a whip. And the trick question that I always ask is, which would you rather get hit with, a baseball bat or a whip? It's a trick question because there's no good answer. They're both terrible. The reason I ask that, we want to get good at both kinds of kicks, because to be a really good martial artist, we want as many different tools available as possible. Okay, so everybody stand up real quickly. Let me stop this screen share. Okay, these are hard to do in the air. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the rear. If we think about our Thai, let me take these off. If we think about our kickstance, which we were just working on, both of you get in kickstance for me. Right, here's our kickstance. The rear baseball bat or Thai style kick is always loaded because it's in the rear. All we got to do is swing it, okay? If our rear kick is always loaded, our lead kick is always unloaded. So we have to load it or we have to arm it. The way we start, and I know, Danny, you and I have been working this way. I'm going to evolve both of you, though. The way we start, everybody, and I had to start this way too, is we step right, kick left. Because, again, it's a baseball bat style kick. It swings through. Eventually, because right now we're learning our building blocks. Eventually, you'll have the mobile kick stance, you'll do the actual stance, and you'll have what's called the hop kick. So it's like a mini lead switch. Instead of step and swing through, when I'm in the intermediate or advanced version, there's my hop kick. Okay, so we're gonna avoid the 4 counts for right now. We will get to them. I'm gonna go back to this. Okay, so the Thai weaponry. So everybody get in your kickstance. Okay, lead horizontal elbow, right? So right hand covers. We've been working on these, and this has the same energy as when we do the slap, but it's with our elbow. From your perspective, your elbow is going from left to right. And so if you were elbowing me, you would be elbowing on this line, right? Let me stop this screen share for a moment here. So you would be elbowing this way. Pop. Here. There. Okay? And so we cover with the right. This is the current cover in the WTBA. We turn out our knuckles, which flexes all this. I'm assuming if you're in a fight, and especially a real fight, number one, try to avoid all fights. But number two, if you can't, if it's not possible to avoid, if the right tool for the moment is an elbow, I'm assuming you're fighting somebody who's really trying to hurt you, because an elbow is a serious tool. It does a lot of damage. If you have to elbow, you might as well elbow so that it hits as hard as possible. So I have a hard time doing this, so bear with me, gentlemen. Just this is pretty bad because elbows do a lot of damage. But when I flex this, I tighten everything up here, and it makes the elbow worse. So the procedure, I think you both know this. I know Danny does. But I think you've seen this before, Brendan. We're in our kick stance. I would call the elbow, okay, lead horizontal elbow, go, sock. And we do it, and you freeze until I say reset, right? No worries, Danny, okay? And then I say reset, Brandon, you come back here, okay? Go, sock, and then reset, and we go here, okay? Go, sock, and then you wait for me to say reset. So kind of informally, lead horizontal, rear downward diagonal. Good, yeah, like an angle one. Think about angle one with your stick, angle one with your right elbow. And you still, so this one, if you break down the pieces, you're here, 1, 2, this turns out the palm, your right hand turns out to your right, 3. And you just think about, whereas you normally, like there's angle one, and I know I'm in a left lead. There's angle one with a stick. It's hitting angle one with the elbow. So lead horizontal, rear downward diagonal, lead rising diagonal, and rear rising diagonal. Those are the 4 elbows that I ask you. Really 3, but one of them on both sides, okay? You can do horizontals on both sides, but the only one that's required is the lead, and that tends to be easier for most people. You can do downward diagonal with your lead, but doing it with the rear seems to be easier for most people. Rising diagonal is a lot like doing an uppercut. So that on both sides, we require that elbow, okay? Then the only knee is straight knee number 1. Straight knee number 1. That's the last tool. That's actually an orange belt requirement, but I think, Danny, because you and I hadn't been working on it when you tested, I don't know if I asked you to show me that, so I kind of bundled it with the other 2, which are green belt requirements. Okay, so Brendan, there is the entirety of orange belt Thai boxing. So let's go back to this for a few more minutes here, and then we're gonna wrap up our class. Okay, so we're gonna jump, everybody. We're gonna jump to green belt, okay? So the fake series we already did. We're working on straight knee 2 and straight knee 3. So super quick, straight knee 2 is this one, the double slat. Straight knee 3 is this one, right? But the lower body stays the same. This is what we've been talking about. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, okay? And the skip knees and the curve knee are when you clinch somebody. So if this went around the back of your head and this went around the back of your head and I was holding onto the back of your head with both hands, that's clinch. In English, in Thai, they call that the plum position. So it's a form of wrestling, but they can knee. And so skip knee and curve, skip knee 1 and skip knee 2 and curve knees are knees from that position. And then we have the long teep. We'll get to those. Mafalindo Silat, again, I'll make this change right here since I'm here. Oh, come on. There we go. Mafalindo Silat, Danny, we're going to have to wait on that until next week. And I'm going to have to get creative how we're going to look at that without a partner. But we'll cover it. Sombrada and the variations and double stick and uneven sticks we've covered. Let's make sure you've seen Panantukan and staff, and everybody can learn this, okay? So Panantukan, everybody getting a left lead. And let me stop my screen share. Okay. So this is a response if somebody tries to hit you with jab cross, right? Left straight punch, right straight punch. That's the feed. I don't have a partner available to me right now, and you're both training solo, so let's learn it in the air. And then next week, I'll show you what the application would be either on katana or Simojin, okay? So when they jab, your left hand guides it into your right elbow. That's the first move. There's only 3 moves. When they throw their cross, everybody freeze. Don't move yet until I say go. Most people want to try to block with their left hand. That's wrong. Your left hand is occupied. Your right hand is not. So your right hand parries and your left hand punches under your arm. This is step 2. And then step 3, you change your hand position. So you cover with the left and punch with the right. So it's only 3 movements. 1, everybody do it. 2, 3. Good. Left hand parries the jab into the right elbow. 1. That's called Siko. Siko means elbow. Siko. 2. I push across the left side of my face with my right hand and I punch. That's step 2. Then I cover with my left and punch with my right is 3. Good. Siko. 1. Wampak. 2 is Wampak is inside parry. And then I follow up with one more shot as cover and hit. Siko, 1, 2, 3. Good. Again, 1, 2, and you could be palm down if you don't like these. It's just based on my background. I like the vertical. 3. And you could be here if you really wanted to, but this is my preference. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to feed you through the technology. I want you to imagine actually doing the technique on me in real time. So hands up, gentlemen. As my jab comes in, you guide it with your left hand into your right elbow. Do that, Danny? Step 1? No, I'm feeding you through the technology. You do the technique. So you guide it. Do what we were just working on. Boom. You do damage to my knuckle. Okay. As I go to throw this, you parry with your right hand and punch me underneath. And then you switch hands and punch me again. That's it. That's the idea. Okay. So it's, thank you. Sorry. That's what we're doing. Okay, so one more time, gentlemen. Ready. Siko, elbow destruction, beautiful. Wampak, inside parry and hit me. And switch your hands and hit me again. Nice. Really good. Really, really good. Okay, we will cover staff next time. Are there any questions? Okay, once again, Brendan, I will get your materials to you in the mail tomorrow. Okay, so you should have them within a couple of days. Don't worry. Okay, all right, great job, everybody. Here we go. Chinese, Filipino, Thai, Indonesian, French and Dog Brothers, Japanese. All right, so anybody watching, if you're interested in actually earning rank at a distance from me like these gentlemen, it's Stoops, OMALC.com. All right, thanks everybody. We're going to end this recording.